To win or not to win? That is the question. Knicks fans are going crazy right now. The New York Knicks right now are in a 2-game winning streak, and my entire timeline is... This is another reason why I want Tom Thibodeau fired. What this team turned into. We expected the team to follow up a playoff season with another playoff season with hopefully us upping last season. That didn't happen. We were expecting to see, this exciting draft class along with the upcoming of RJ Barrett and a followed up season by Julius Randle. None of that happened until the last few weeks. And now that is turned all Knicks fans against each other. This is a classic Thanksgiving situation. The family is going against each other right now. We're all in disagreement for a lot of different things. And now the main thing is the Knicks are on a 2-game winning streak. And people are arguing because some people are mad that we're finally winning, and others are mad at those people for being mad about us winning. There's no winning. But is there an actual argument here? There kind of is one to be had, and let's talk about it because there's a lot of sides to this conversation right now, and I'm really curious and excited to hear where you guys land on this argument, this great debate. To win or not to win? That is the question. Runneth thy intro. Run the intro. What's going on, CK Cruz? Your boy CK2K. Welcome back to another video. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Do not forget to like this video. Yes, if you can't tell, I'm in a very extra mood right now because that's just where the Knicks have me at in March of 2022 with a month left in the season. If you haven't already, make sure to go subscribe to my other channel, CK, where I live stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, except for Wednesdays like today when the Knicks are playing. I'm not streaming on those nights, but other than that, we are live streaming over there. All the pleasantries are out the way. Yes, with my very over dramatic intro, there really is a problem at hand. I just want to say that I want to start off by saying it is a very understandable problem to have because look, like I mentioned at the top, a lot of us were expecting after a fun season last year, a masterclass of, how the Knicks played, aggressively defensively. Our offense was figuring itself out, kind of. Julius Randle was looking good. RJ Barrett was taking strides. A lot of positive things were going in that direction after last season, that people were expecting a good season or a follow-up season this year. And well, we haven't really been delivered that, and now here we are where we are sub 500 by quite a bit. We saw a losing streak finally get snapped where the Knicks put together back-to-back good games in result with Tom Thibodeau just playing the best players that should be playing in the game. The problem that a lot of us have been wanting since the beginning of the season, but he was stubborn in his ways with playing the veterans and playing through the guys that he wanted to play through rather than the guys that should have been playing, like Jericho Sims, who was sitting on the bench behind Taj Gibson. And God bless Taj Gibson, but Taj Gibson will be out there playing about 25, 26 minutes and give us 4 points and maybe 3 rebounds. And the list goes on and on. I don't know why I poked at Taj Gibson. It's just you get the point. And now we're also seeing the stat behind, Deuce McBride getting minutes and how he's been successful on this Knicks team. Not so much offensively yet, but as far as defensively, he's been a plus 36 or a plus something crazy in his 2 games of playing a lot of minutes. So there's just a lot going on right now, which is leading Knicks fans to fight, know what I mean? Because during this season, while Tom Thibodeau was running his experiment of whatever he thought was going to work for this team, a lot of us were fighting for the young guys to be played. We drafted great this year in getting Quentin Grimes, Deuce McBride, Jericho Sims. We wanted to see those guys play. We finally, after, some injuries, we got to see Quentin Grimes play. He went out there, played some great basketball. Same thing early on. I feel like the first game of the season, Tom Thibodeau gave Jericho Sims some run, but after a few games where he thought that weren't great, he started going Taj Gibson more. And of course, we have the signing of Nerlens Noel, which was an atrocious signing in the offseason. This, that, and the third. So the rotations were not a fan favorite. A lot of us were turning on Tom Thibodeau because of the rotations, myself included. So now we are getting our wish. The younger guys are playing. They're playing really well. Of course, like I said in my last video, that's because Tom Thibodeau's hand was forced. I just wanted to put it out there again. This is not because Tom Thibodeau did it. He was forced to do it. I just want to make sure you guys understand that. I said that in the last video, and I'll say it again. He was forced to do it. Don't give him no brownie points for this. So then now the Knicks are winning 2 games in a row. People were already jumping off the bandwagon, ready for the tanks. We're seeing fatigues flying all over the place. We're seeing tank dreads on the floor. Everybody's ready for a full-on tank, and they're believing that they have the chances for, any of the top guys. Jabari's, Chet, and Jaden Ivey. We're believing that we have chances for those kind of guys already, and now the Knicks are winning. And we're seeing a similar cycle all over again. And for those who don't know what cycle I'm talking about the Knicks cycle. We do this all of the damn time, especially years in the past when we were bad. And I mean very bad. So right now, Knicks fans they're divided. They're divided. There's the Knicks fan that, just wants to see this team win. They want to see this team get into the play-in tournament. They want to see the core of this team come together and put in a winning product for this season to show that this season wasn't a complete loss and that we have something to build around in a winning infrastructure that gets us to the play-in and possibly gets us to the playoff. That's the mindset that some of these guys have. Or some people just want to see the Knicks win in the box score so they don't have to go to work the next day talking about, oh, the Knicks suck again. So there's those kind of people that just want to see the Knicks win, whether they believe that there's something that can come out of this, us going to the playoffs or not. There's fans that want to see us win. And then there's the other fans, like I said, that are in full fatigues and that are driving the tank all the way down Main Street that are ready to see this team just blow it up and lose. Now, the problem that the winning fans have is that those same people that are in full tank mode were the ones that are also calling for the younger guys to play. And now that the younger guys are playing and winning, the winning side is mad that the losing side is mad that we're winning. You understand the confusion going on right now? Now, I know you guys are sitting there like, yo, CK, where the hell do you stand, brother? Well, if my last video wasn't clear enough, my frustration is in the fact that Tom Thibodeau waited this long to play these players, play these young guys, and play the guys that were the best options for this team. I can't say that enough. It's not about who's young or who's old. I don't give a damn about that. It's about playing the best guys on rotation to try and win games, not the guys that you want to be the best guys on rotation because they're veterans or they played this and that amount of years or they're getting paid this amount of money. No, they're playing the guys that should be game played, and with our team, they're young, and now we're getting the results that we've been getting in these last few games. So I'm pissed off for that reason. My pissed off comes from why the hell now? I'm frustrated even more with Tom Thibodeau because this is where we could have been all season long. So that's my attitude right now. As far as the tank, yes, I would love Jaden Ivey on the team, but to be real with you, yes, I've seen enough with this front office. I feel like we can make do with wherever we land in the draft, especially this year in a draft that's not that deep. If there's any draft that I probably would have been at this point of the season with where our record is, where I would have been more aggressive on a tank, it would have been last season, because last year's draft, you guys saw the result of last season's draft, how every rookie seems to be playing really well this season from this prior draft. But with this draft, I mean, I feel like we can make do with anybody. I feel like there are guys that are diamonds in the rough later on in the draft. It would be nice, of course, to get Jaden Ivey. Jabari would be crazy on this team. I know we need point guards, but to see Jabari, to see Johnny, Dave, like there's guys in this draft that would be great. But at the same time, I'm not pressed so much that we need to get a high pick. We just need to make the right pick. That's all I really care about. So then the real question is there really winners or losers in this situation? There really isn't. There really isn't. I mean, yes, it would, I understand the crowd over here that wants to see us lose these games so we can get a high draft pick, but also realize a lot of you guys that wanted to see these young guys play, in these wins, you're seeing them develop and play well. Emmanuel Quickley was in the mud to start off this year, and then now in this last week or two of games, he's been on a very good stretch of basketball. We're finally seeing Deuce McBride play, and it's beyond just the G League minutes. You're seeing his impact defensively on the floor. RJ Barrett is a star. We're at the point now where we know RJ Barrett's going to be an all-star. Now we're looking to see, is he capable of being a superstar? That's the thing we're looking at now with RJ Barrett. Julius Randle is righting his wrongs this season. So, if you want to look at it one way, if you're looking at trading him in the offseason, now he looks attractive yet again to be traded if he closes out the season this way. Or if you want to keep him long-term and get a point guard or a different coach that might work better for Julius Randle, you're seeing that the talent is still there. And, you know, there's a win-win situation for Julius Randle. But either way, it's a win-win because Julius Randle's playing better. He's in a better mind space, and that helps us out, but also could help us out in a different way. That's all I'm saying. Either way, there's so many sides to this debate, and I want to know where you stand. I just want to hear what you're thinking, why you're thinking that, why the playoffs are the best idea, why tanking is the best idea, and if you want to, you know, high draft pick, who are you looking to draft? If we go into the playoffs, what do you believe is going to happen? That's the beauty of this. We all can have our own beliefs and things that we're seeing, scenarios. But like I mentioned, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Should we be winning these games? Is the play-in important? Is that something that we should be aiming for because we can surprise other folks? Or do you think that the draft is the way to go? Do you think that the Knicks should focus on, you know, losing these games, not playing the right? What is your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. I told you mine, where I stand, but let me hear what you guys are thinking in the comments below. But people, please, man, we're all on the same side. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and don't forget to like this video. Subscribe to the other channel, people. I appreciate a lot of you guys that went over and then did subscribe. If you haven't already, go do so. Link is in the description below. It's just CK. You can find it everywhere. And yeah, go subscribe to the other channel. It's been your boy. Let's get it. Like I always say, man, I've said my piece. Y'all heard me say my piece. Now it's time for you to say yours. I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say about this because I know it's going to be a lot of conflict in the comment section. Catch you guys in the next one. Let's go Knicks tonight against the Dallas Mavericks. No Porzingis, but it's still going to be fun to watch. All right, catch you guys next one. I'm out of here. Peace.
Cold pizza Tuesday. I got food up in the fridge. Y'all keep looking for that new wave. I think I like it how it is.